Take a seat on the throne, boy.
你们可以称呼我
Klein.
愚者。
And it was a 0, so is that the strongest card?
想做什么？一个尝试。
All praise is due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching Lord of Mysteries episode 1. And I seen a lot of hype around this. I see people excited about this series. I'm excited about this series. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, family. I was a little sleepy when I started this episode, but it was a little hard for me to follow. Now I'm excited to continue the series. Don't get me wrong. I'm not falling off, but I need y'all to help me with this one, family. Comment what you found. Let me know where I'm going wrong. So if I'm not remembering this episode in order, forgive me, family. Give me grace. But I'ma just go ahead and state the facts that I recall as I understand them. So, because this is big old Lord of Mysteries, right? So, first of all, this happened in back. This is like 1300 something, right? So technology not at peak, right? And it's a bunch of like tarot card, it's a bunch of mystical stuff going on here. So we have this character named Klein, right? And he's having some memory issues. Now, what he really remembered is that, and maybe I'm misunderstanding what transmigration is in this series, but it seems like this was a character. I think his original name is Lu Zhang, and now he's inside the body of this guy named Klein, right? So we basically are introduced to him as he's waking up, basically from like a suicide attempt, right? And he having memories, he having dreams. He recall, like, was it him or somebody else? But we know that, was it the Welch family and another family, these two other individuals, like, we were approached by a couple of people who are coming, really 3 people, who are coming to investigate Klein because there are 2 other people who were found passed, right? Now, before they approach Klein is waking up, and he's kind of trying to put together what he sees around him, right? It looks like he's waking up from a failed suicide attempt. He reading a book, like a diary that Klein was writing with dates and journal entries. He's trying to put together the events of what went down. So at first, his sister come in, Klein's sister come in, and she's like, "Okay, you acting weird, you acting secretive." So then she leave, and she's like, "Okay, wait for me, I'm coming back." So we probably gonna see her again next episode. When she leave, Klein decide to leave, right? He leave the crib, and he goes and sees a tarot card reader. Now, he asked for her to show him in the cards his past, present, and future, but before we got interrupted, we really only saw the card that represented his present. And so the card that she drew was the Fool. And I don't know if this has any indication on what type of powers or abilities Klein will have, right? But in this series, the people with powers are called Beyonders. And the lower the number, the stronger the ability. So I don't know if this card was an indicator of his ability, but the Fool had the number 0. So according to that logic, right, that would be a very strong power. Now, but here's what's crazy, family, because we got interrupted, by the real tarot card reader. The girl that was reading our tarot cards was an imposter, according to the real tarot card reader that came in the middle of our reading, right? So she give us the Fool card, and then we get interrupted. But then Klein just leave. You know, we don't finish the reading because he's like, oh man, this is kind of a weird situation. So he dipped. But he realized that somebody's following him. So he go back home, and when he get back home, they knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. We're the police. And so he hide the weapon, and he answered the door. Now they scooping the scene, right? They scoping the scene. They looking for evidence. And so one of the policemen, the more suspicious looking policeman, he read through the journal, and he like, okay, like, I mean, he taking note of this, but I'm having trouble trying to make sense of all this, family. Right? And then they leave. But the other policeman is obviously a Beyonder. He got superpowers. Now, what those powers are exactly, we don't know yet. But the way he was moving, the way he was affecting like Klein's memories, he obviously is a Beyonder. Right? So we was trying to run away from him, but we didn't escape. And then he had a partner, he had a woman partner who it seemed like she was able to enter Klein's consciousness. And she was like getting evidence from what he remembered and his thoughts, right? So she's obviously another Beyonder. We know them two are Beyonders. Now, I might be recalling this out of order as far as the episode goes, but I'm just trying to recall these facts as I understand them, right? So we dealing with 3 cops that are investigating us because, you know, 2 other people have passed. And so they trying to figure out, okay, well, what happened here? And Klein, like, look, he explained to the first 2 cops that approach him, he just come out with the truth as he understands it. He like, look, I woke up, you know, I seen blood around me. But he was alone, right? He explaining this. He's like, I woke up, I seen blood around me, I seen a gun, I seen a diary. This is the truth, and I'm there. You go. Like, I'm trying to help. But then there was a mysterious like scene where Klein started talking deeper. He had like a different personality, and he identified himself as the Fool, right? And so he kind of manifested, he created like this realm almost, like a round table with a bunch of seats, but only 2 people he brought to the table, right? And we don't even know much about them other than they was in like 2 completely different areas away from Klein. And they don't know nothing about each other or Klein. So the Fool, Klein, brings him to the table somehow with some mysterious powers. This is why we think he's a Beyonder. Klein is. And so they're asking him, like, okay, what's going on here? He tell them that he's the Fool. It seems that they understand what he means when he says that he's the Fool. And they're asking the girl that he brought to this table, she's asking, well, I want to become a Beyonder. Can you make that happen? And then so the guy that Klein the Fool brought, he explained, well, I actually have 2 level 9 potions. Now the numbers are important, family. Remember, the Fool is a 0. So I think that Klein is a very powerful Beyonder. This guy said, well, I got 2 level 9 potions. So that means it's a very weak, like it would make you a weaker Beyonder, but it would make you a Beyonder. And so, but that, I don't know. There's a lot of holes in this episode. Forgive me, family. Help make this clear for all of us. Leave some comments, leave some facts, help explain this so we all understand better. Now, I know as the series goes on, I'll definitely have a better understanding, but that first episode had me lost. Maybe I'm just too sleepy. But all praise is due to the Most High, family. Peace and love. Tap into my Patreon if you want to watch these episodes with me.